will tell you now, don't waste your money. So if you look, you can see these tines right here. Was I put them all along the eaves. And I stopped because I realized they weren't working. But if you look up here, you can see I even went as high as putting on these peaks here and up there, trying to keep the birds from roosting and nesting up in these areas because they're building nests and everything. But one thing I did was I even went higher. If you look, I put them up here and I even put them up there, as you can see. And I did the entire length of the roof. All the way down. If you look at the floor, you can see where they're resting at. So I come out here in my gazebo, and what I'm seeing is bird droppings everywhere. So my wife and I were talking about it, and we were trying to come up with some ideas to think like, what can we do? You know, I like the idea of the gazebo being open. It's just beautiful. But what I don't like is having to deal with bird nests and birds pooping all over, especially since, as you can see, I do a lot of grilling out here in the summertime, and I don't want to be stepping in bird poop and things of that nature. So one of the things that we're thinking about doing is screening this gazebo in, you know, putting screening material, you know, in between these different areas. Now that would prevent the birds from coming in, but that's a lot of work. And it's not something that I really want to do. It's something that I'm thinking about. Now, we don't spend a lot of time out here on the gazebo. I mean, I do because I'm the one that's always out here grilling. And sometimes I just like to come out here and just sit and just have some quiet time and read. It's just very peaceful. But as far as those bird tines, my advice would be if you're thinking about using those, unless you're going to stack them on top of each other and cram them into an area where the birds can't rest, it's really a waste of money. I, as you can see, put these things everywhere, and they're not stopping the birds. The birds are still finding places to go where they're not affected by the points. So what's supposed to happen is the birds, when they get in these areas, they're not supposed to be able to rest because of these little spikes. Well, imagine my surprise when I came out and I noticed that the birds were still nesting, but sitting behind the tines, or sitting in between the tines. I mean, I was blown away. One of them actually built their nest on top of the tines so that they weren't sitting on the metal. Pretty ingenious birds, I think, right? Like I said, for me, we spent a decent amount of money buying a whole bunch of these, and then me and a buddy, we went up and we nailed them all down. But, you know, imagine my, you know, disgust when I realized it was off a waste of time and a waste of money. So anyway, I'm probably going to invest in getting some screen materials and building some frames and just framing this gazebo in so the birds can't come in. So, and don't get me wrong, I love birds, I love nature, but they can become a nuisance sometimes as well.